Girls, do not come alone. Bring your boyfriend to protect you when the lights go out.
In case you pass out, that's tough.
One of the most iconic images in all of film is the poster for 1958's Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that this is an interesting case where the poster is more well known than the movie itself. Even if you haven't watched it, you've seen this poster. Today, we'll be going beyond this artwork and seeing what Attack of the 50-Foot Woman is all about. Nancy Archer is a rich woman with a troubled past. Having struggled with alcoholism and a stay in a mental facility, nobody seems to care about her at all other than the money she supplies the town.
Don't look back, but as long as she's paying most of the taxes around here, we play along with her.
Least of all, her husband, Harry.
Never should have agreed to go back to her once we were separated.
Why did you?
You know why? Couldn't pry one nickel out of her.
While driving through the desert, Nancy encounters a satellite and gets jump scared by a giant alien. The giant reaches out to her, but she runs away terrified. Of course, nobody in town believes her due to her history.
You don't believe me, do you? Any of you?
She screams for help, but even Harry couldn't be bothered to assist his poor wife. He doesn't care and wants nothing to do with her, as he's too busy having an affair.
She's over at the sheriff's office. She's kind of bad shape. Pretty hysterical.
Couldn't find me tonight, Charlie. I took a cab home.
I feel bad for Nancy. She's been through it, and people only want her money.
I'll send somebody for some black coffee.
Black coffee? You think I'm drunk, don't you?
The only person on her side is her loyal butler, Jess. We like Jess. She finally convinces Harry to humor her and they drive around in search of the satellite. They find it, but of course Harry isn't any help at all and ditches her at the first sign of trouble, stranding her. Not only that, but he plans to get her committed again.
You think she's having a relapse?
Mentally? Well, let's hope not.
What an asshole. She eventually finds her way home, but feels very unwell after encountering the alien. Because guess what? The alien gives off atomic energy. Affected by the radiation, her doctor puts her on medications and under strict supervision. Watch out though, he gets all his stuff from Acme Medical Supplies. Any coyote will tell you, that stuff never works. Of course, an overdose of her medication would be fatal.
There is a way out, if you've got the nerve.
Try me.
So Harry tries to kill her with it. Damn, dude, just leave her alone. But he doesn't get a chance to try as the radiation has caused Nancy to become a giant. Harry once again tries to ditch her and leaves.
Well, your house has been trying to get you all evening, sir. Didn't the bartender give you my message?
He did. And now you've delivered it in person.
But Nancy breaks loose. Enraged, heartbroken, and huge, she begins her rampage. She finds Harry just where he always is, the bar. She kills his mistress and finally picks him up, but before she can fully carry out her revenge, the local authorities shoot her down, killing the abusive Harry in the process. A tragic end to the tortured Nancy, but in a way, she's now finally at peace.
She finally got Harry all to herself.
I can't pretend that the effects are particularly good, but the effort is there. The giant hand props they use are interesting, but it's unsettling how floppy they are. Sometimes they look okay, but other times they look awful. The giant effects seem to be done with some sort of compositing method, making the large characters look ghostly and transparent. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. There are some shots with miniatures as well. The effects do make the heights appear inconsistent. Sometimes Nancy looks huge, but other times there is no way that she's 50 feet. Maybe 30, tops.
A 30-foot giant? Oh, no.
The funniest effect is when she finally picks up Harry. It looks ridiculous. The clothes don't even fit the dummy she's holding, so the fabric just flops around. I'm not even sure there is a dummy, the clothes are so big. This is unfortunate as this is supposed to be the most important and earned part of the entire movie, but it just looks so dumb. My only real complaint about the movie is that there just isn't enough rampaging action. The poster shows more destruction than you get in the movie. It shows Nancy towering over a city, but she doesn't even visit one, and she's nowhere near that big in the first place. For a movie called Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, there's barely an attack, and she only destroys one building. It's more like vandalism of the 50-Foot Woman. There are also some things that go unexplained or are just forgotten about, like the giant alien. He's barely in the movie, and the characters determine that he's after diamonds, although it's never really confirmed as to why.
Diamonds everywhere, different colors. Must be used to power this thing in some way.
Attack of the 50-Foot Woman is not a bad movie. It wasn't initially super popular, but has since earned well-deserved cult classic status. It's more than just a B-movie. There's aliens, drama, suspense, attempted murder, crime. Wow, there is a lot packed into this short little movie. The acting is convincing as well, with Allison Hayes doing a great job as Nancy. You can really tell she's a troubled and broken individual.
Well, my faithful husband, no less. You finally decided to come home.
There are some really good shots too, with great shadows and high contrast. A tragic woman gains great power and uses it to take a stand, enacting revenge on the men that wronged her. One has to wonder, could this be the first girl boss movie? Who's to say? It may barely deliver what the title promises, with the actual attack only taking place for less than the last 10 minutes of the movie, but there's more to it. What you get is a solid drama and thriller that just so happens to have elements of sci-fi and horror. I have to wonder if this was originally a different movie, but with atomic age elements being added in an attempt to make it more marketable. We may never know the answer, but what I do know is that this is a solid, underrated movie and well worth your time. I got a lot of enjoyment out of it, and I think you will too. Give it a watch.
Pleasant nightmares, friends.
Good midnight to you.